Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on The World at Noon. I am Jane. I know. Ondo State Governor Osrc has constituted a reconciliation committee to look into the crisis occasioned by the oil spill compensation paid to Ayetoro community in a larger local government area of the state. The constitution of the committee by the governor is aimed at finding lasting peace to the ravaging crisis in Ayetoro community arising from the disagreement on issues that border on leadership and oil spill compensation. A statement by the governor's chief press secretary, Richard Olatunde, said Dr. Olawomi Ilawole is the chairman of the committee. Other members of the committee include Mr. Ugoji Justice Brazin, ESQ, as secretary, while Primate Falabi Abuyewa, JP, will serve as a member. The committee terms of reference include but not limited to investigate the remote and immediate cause of the disagreement as well as determine and work out amicable resolution on the oil spill compensation. The statement added that the committee has 3 weeks to complete its assignment and report to the governor. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has said indicated plans to appeal a court judgment granting the request of 2 plaintiffs to use their temporary voter cards (TVCs). The Chief Press Secretary (CPS) to the INEC chairman Rotimi Oyekomi in a statement expressed the intention of the commission to approach the appellate courts. According to the statement, the commission is taking immediate steps to appeal against the judgment of the trial court. Justice Obiora Iguatu had given the order allowing the use of the TVCs while delivering judgment in a suit filed by 2 concerned Nigerians seeking the use of TVCs in the general elections in the absence of permanent voter cards, PVCs. Justice Iguatu said the order was made on the grounds that the plaintiffs were duly registered and captured in INEC's database. The court, however, added that it was unable to grant prayer-free, which was to allow every eligible voter with a TVC to vote because the suit was not filed in a representative capacity. Xi Jinping has been handed over a 3rd term as Chinese president. This caps a rise that has seen him become the country's most powerful leader in generations. Malaysia's former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin has been charged with abusing his power to obtain bribes and money laundering linked to the alleged misuse of a COVID economic recovery fund. Muhyiddin was Prime Minister for 17 months between 2020 and 2021 at the height of Malaysia's battle against coronavirus and now leads as opposition coalition against Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's government. He is the 2nd former Prime Minister to be charged with corruption after ex-leader Najib Razak, who is currently serving a 12-year jail term for his role in a financial scandal at State Investment Fund, 1MDB. Muhyiddin, 17, was hit with 4 charges of abusing his position to obtain bribes totaling 232.5 million ringgit for his political party, Bersatu. The bribes allegedly came from companies that were given preference for projects financed by the COVID fund. Russia unleashed a barrage of high-precision missile and other attacks in Ukraine yesterday, triggering a wave of power cuts, including at Europe's biggest nuclear power plant. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in his nightly address to the nation no matter how treacherous Russia's actions are, the state and its people will not be in chains.
Російські ракети сьогодні забрали життя 6 українців. Мої співчуття родинам. Відновлювальні роботи на енергооб'єктах тривають увесь день. Найскладніше – Харків, Житомирщина. Не просто в Одесі, Дніпропетровській області, в Києві, в Запоріжжі. Ремонтні бригади, енергетики, місцева влада, центральна влада. Всі працюватимуть стільки, скільки треба, щоб відновити подачу енергії містам і районам, де зараз проблеми. Ми вже показали, на що здатна Україна і скільки б Росія не робила підлостей, наша держава і народ все одно не будуть у кайданах. Ані ракети, ані звірства Росії в цьому не допоможуть.
8 people have been killed in a mass shooting at a Jehovah's Witness meeting hall in the German city of Hamburg. Authorities say the shooting was carried out by a lone gunman who may be among the dead, although this has yet to be officially confirmed.
In Hamburg, in the shadows, a figure by a window. Gunfire rings out. Here, an alleged perpetrator caught on camera. Those shots are fired at people inside the Jehovah's Witness meeting hall.
Ich bin Anwohner hier oben und habe laute Schüsse gehört.
I'm a resident up here and I heard loud gunshots. So I went to the window to get an idea of the situation. Then I saw that a man was shooting out of the window with a firearm. There were people being carried out, and there were probably 25 shots at least that I heard.
It was just after 9 o'clock when police were called to the building in the Gross-Bostal district inside a truly horrific scene.
The police officers who went in there then also found people who have been seriously injured by firearms and some fatally injured. The officers themselves then also heard another shot from the upper part of the property and went upstairs and found another person there as well.
Officers believe a person they found fatally wounded upstairs may have been the attacker, but the motive for the shooting is still unclear. Hamburg's mayor tweeted that the reports from Osterdorf are shocking and extends his deepest sympathy to the families of the victims. Police are still trying to work out exactly what happened, what sparked an act of mass violence which has left a city mourning. Oduayo Sawyer, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, German police are investigating a shooting at a Jehovah's Witnesses center in Hamburg that killed several people, with the gunman believed to be among the dead. Police have not given a death toll, but multiple local media outlets reported that the shooting on Thursday evening had left 7 dead and 8 seriously injured. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has condemned the brutal act of violence and said his thoughts were with the victims and their loved ones. The Jehovah's Witnesses in Germany Association said it was deeply saddened by the horrific attack on its members after a religious service at the Kingdom Hall in Hamburg. In our sport, the Nigerian Football Federation has moved the final round of the Under-23 African Cup of Nations qualifier game between Nigeria and Guinea, which will be played on March 22 from Ibadan to Abuja. The game was earlier scheduled for the Lagos Salami Stadium at Damashiba, Ibadan, with the return leg coming up on March 27 in Guinea. In a statement, NFF's Director of Media and Communications said the fixture will now be played in Abuja 2 days before the Super Eagles will host Guinea-Bissau in a 2023 AFCON qualifier at the same venue. Head coach of the team, Salisu Yusuf, had called up 30 players who are currently training in Abuja. The winner of the 2 legs between Nigeria and Guinea will advance to the finals of the Africa Under-23 Cup of Nations, scheduled to be hosted by Morocco in June. And that will be all on The World at Noon. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.